Jesus, it looks painful.
Is it squidgy? Is it soft? Is it cold? What does it smell like?
It's freaky and it looks freaky. We've gone too far. We need to stop.
As soon as you insert these plugs into your ears, all noise disappears instantly. An American company has designed inflatable silicone hearing protection. These devices expand to fit all ear shapes and provide optimal insulation against water and noise, and can be removed by simply pulling the tab.
Jesus. It looks painful.
It doesn't look very comfortable. It looks like they would just like stick out and give you like Shrek ears.
It doesn't look particularly nice. I'm not sure if I would want to stick it in my ear.
This feels like one of those, someone had an idea and then now trying to figure out what it's for.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure how I feel. Not the vibes. And how do you know if you've overinflated it as well? You might like do too much. I don't know. I'm like sensitive about the inside of my ears.
Getting like the right bud fit is probably one of the biggest challenges in building or kind of designing audio products. It's an interesting challenge because you can design for most people, but not everyone. So even though this seems quite funny and outlandish, I could imagine a version of this actually making it into the industry someday.
I like that this guy's just covered in coffee as well. Thing is though, I'm being very negative. I bet if you try them, they feel great. I bet if you try them and they like block out all noise and it's really comfortable, then I'm gonna look like a mug.
I designed this 3D printed desk fan inspired by the Braun HL70 from 1971. It was featured in the 1982 film Blade Runner and definitely has a sci-fi feel to it.
I had no idea it was in Blade Runner.
First of all, HL70, one of the most iconic designs from Braun.
The initial object itself was very covetable, but I feel like maybe it's a little bit out of reach because I'll probably have to go on eBay and find someone who's selling one and hopefully it gets them in good condition. Whereas with what this person's done here, I could just print it in the studio.
So I have had the chance to see a working version and it just kind of caught me by surprise quite a bit as to how powerful it was. It's kind of like a really tiny tabletop fan, which you wouldn't think would kind of push so much air out of it, but it's quite beautifully designed and I'm sure it's quite well engineered as well.
This artist transforms Game Boys into otherworldly sculptures. Dutch artist Jan Schimmel's interactive sculpture series titled Case Mod reconstructs Game Boys, modifying and transforming their once minimalist plastic shells into strange organic works of art. Each sculpture also comes complete with a playable custom game, also made by the artist.
Wow, these are the coolest Game Boys of all time.
This is amazing, but this is completely left field. Brilliant. I love this stone in this like claw almost, so otherworldly. I'm always blown away when you see people that can design something, almost feels like their soul of it, kind of feel medieval stuff through it, but it's so not. And I think that's so cool. And I mean, even just like the placement here of like very standard looking hex bolt, it kind of blends in really nicely. It's very much so part of the vision of the product. Almost looks like this has been grown from the Game Boy and the Game Boy sort of PCB spread out into these other places. Yeah, I think this is brilliant.
You just want to like touch everything. Like, is it squidgy? Is it soft? Is it cold? What does it smell like?
I like bringing the escapism of games into the real world. So like sort of creating forms around the games that maybe immerse you into a different world more wholly than just a games console would.
But what I really appreciate with this is that he's done something really interesting with the physical that interacts with the digital. Which I guess is also a very nothing thing. And it's not just the feel as in the form, it's also like, how does it actually feel when you run your finger across it? He's obviously trying to do something kind of gross, which is like one way to evoke a feeling.
Give the Apple engineers a break. I didn't think the new phone looked bad at all.
This seems like a pretty accurate depiction of what I used to think those guys were doing, but it's not. I can promise you it's not. There's so much incredible engineering and things they figure out.
I mean, that's definitely not the design process at Nothing, and definitely not the design process at Apple. I think there are definitely lots of thoughts behind that island and technology that's been put in there, why this island is there.
As an industrial designer, you have to find very strong rationales for why you do very simple things. You know, how do you wake up and launch day and not go, oh, we should have done that differently? And that's really the hard bit, is I find it's easy to do the Photoshop mockup, but in the past, it's very hidden how they work, and they obviously speak about whatever bionic chip they're putting in it, but they don't really then reflect that on the outside.
I myself, I won't call out anyone else. I will sit in front of Illustrator and like move things around to try variations, and then sometimes take that Illustrator drawing into CAD and then modify it. But I think this is very tongue-in-cheek, which is they're saying all the guys at Apple did was sit in front of Photoshop for 5 minutes and like modify a few lines. That was like design done. They kind of like missed out the in-between stages of what it takes to get to the final outcome. I do see what they're saying.
Can you explain why we have to click these little buttons that say I'm not a robot?
It's not like it's magically looking at your camera and seeing whether you're a robot or not. No, it's actually measuring these other data points, such as like how you're moving your mouse and whether you're logged into Google. You know how usually if you get shown a text CAPTCHA or an image one, it's not just one, it's sometimes 2 or 3. The first one it shows you is to verify whether you're actually human. And the second one it shows you, now it's giving you something that it doesn't know, and it's using your input as a human to help train the AI.
I only discovered recently that it's for training AI, and how difficult they are is kind of scary because it means software also getting better and better at emulating humans. I have also seen videos where they get a robot to click the button for you. Before, in programming, I've been trying to scrape data from the internet and stuff like this. This kind of stuff makes it so hard to do now. These are really, really annoying for me.
It is really interesting. I think we've all seen this evolution happen if we've been alive over the last decade, right? Like it started with wiggly text with lines through it. I believe a lot of that was used to train book uploads. Of course, it got more sophisticated. Every time I see a bus, bike, motorcycle, bridge, street sign thing, like that's clearly for classifying and tagging things for self-driving cars. I think the latest versions have you sliding puzzle pieces left and right until they line up. I don't know what that's for, but I think it's supposed to fool AI models that can't really interact with UI.
Pretty well designed way of kind of tricking the user into doing a job for a company, which I don't know if that's good or bad.
One creator named Dangi hunts down handheld DV cameras and outfits them with digitizers to bypass the tedious process of converting footage.
I just love cameras. I was collecting cameras on my own.
I think that's quite cool. And repurposing old things, I think in general is a good idea. They work pretty well, and why not shoot with them? It's definitely more fun than with a phone.
I've actually always wanted to do this with some old hardware as well. I know a lot of people mod their iPods. I've actually always wanted to do this with the Apple EyeSight. It's this beautiful aluminum cylinder with a twisting aperture, kind of like privacy shutter, way ahead of its time, I know. But I don't want to use the camera inside. I want to just put a brand new, like smacking like 4K camera inside. And I know a lot of people are kind of like open source trying to make that project. I'm waiting for those to finish so I could piggyback off their hard work rather than figure it out myself.
And I think the thing with VHS as well, it's already very clunky as a format. It's not like clean. So I think you can like whack things on top and beside it and it doesn't take away from it because it's already like such a clunky object on purpose.
My one issue with it is it's so big. I can imagine putting it up to a function with that, people being like, yo, what are we doing?